welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Up next, the Warriors taking on the Pelicans. For the Golden State Warriors, they pride themselves on each and every step that leads to victory. The preparation, the focus, the sheer will. Each game a new opportunity to prove their identity. Pelicans, Warriors, coming right up. It's Thursday night, and it's the NBA here on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Hey, Dave.
Well, for a team that has the unbridled ambition of the Golden State Warriors, moving to San Francisco is fitting. A city whose fortunes have risen astronomically in this era of new technology. Now, in Oakland, the Warriors were comfortable and successful in an arena that they had played in since the late 60s. But for a franchise that aspires to be light years ahead of the competition, moving to a billion-dollar stadium seemed obvious. Kevin?
Oakland has been a wonderful home for the Warriors, but we know San Francisco will be too. Thanks, DA. And the injury situation, as we take a look here, a half dozen players out of the lineup.
And a total of 6 players out of action for tonight. The basketball gods seem to be displeased.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. J.J. Redick is out there with Ingram, and it's Favors in at the 5. And for Golden State, Green and Cauley Stein are down low. Then it's Robinson, and it's Bowman in at the 1. And in tonight's game, pride definitely bred at stake. When you were with the Spurs, or any of the teams, talk about some of the epic conference rivalries you played in.
Well, I always go back to playing against the Phoenix Suns and the 7 seconds or less Steve Nash-led teams, along with the Amari Stoudemire, and what Mike D'Antoni was introducing to the game back in 2005, 2006. Which, by the way, Kevin, everybody's doing now.
Right. Yeah.
But tremendous talent on the court at that time, tremendous disparity in style of play, and watching Steve Nash during MVP years trying to conduct his team against the vaunted Spurs. Fantastic, incredibly competitive match.
And a lot of speed. I mean, it was eye-opening to watch.
And it was the Spurs trying to catch up. So how are we going to do the rock'em sock'em game against the 7 seconds or less? We kind of took care of it.
That's good from Green. Well, whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that Draymond Green is one of the more unique players in the league.
There really isn't anyone else like Draymond. I mean, who does everything for a team but score. I mean, not only can he play all positions on both ends of the floor, but also to be the emotional leader, truly a special player. And offensively, how do the Pelicans go from good to elite?
Well, raise your hand if you want more shooting. And I can see David Griffin raising his hand. That's what it's about for these guys. Tough to win in this league if you don't have the floor spacing. They're going to play at a great pace, but, man, could they use a few shooters.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Pelicans shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
And that one falls for Favors.
Well, the engine of this Warriors team, without a doubt, the incredible backcourt of the Splash Brothers.
Think about Clay's injury and just how much of that impacts this season. It's only a matter of time before he gets back into the lineup, but still devastating, that 1-2 punch of Curry and Clay.
And so Favors nails both of them.
Well, this season, the Pelicans finally getting themselves their own G League affiliate, the Erie Bayhawks in Pennsylvania. And in 2022, they'll move closer with renovations to the Legacy Arena in Birmingham, Alabama. And when that's completed, it's really going to help out the young core and the draft picks that have been collected by David Griffin to do some player development that's going to keep this team competitive for a very long time.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now here's Cauley Stein. Robinson finds Green. Over Ingram. And that one's good. Green's got 6. And Brett, kind of a musical chair situation for the Bayhawks, the original franchise, this season moving to College Park, Georgia, to become the Skyhawks.
That's right. That team was affiliated with the Atlanta Hawks, and now the Pelicans take over for the next 3 years in Erie with the new Bayhawks franchise before that move to Alabama in 2022.
Trying to bank it in, but he misses.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
That one goes. Count it.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Really got to give props to Ingram for aggressively attacking the rim. Not many guys want to get in his path.
Lee passes to Green. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Holiday gets the bucket.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here is Robinson. Shoots over Redick. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. The pass to Favors. Iman Green with the rebound.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
New Orleans making a switch here. Hart's checked in. So Favors will bring it up for New Orleans. It's a 3-point game. Ball, the pass to Holiday. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Well, you're kind of asking for it. Drew Holiday gets in that close, is probably scoring.
Outside, Robinson passes it to Bowman. Shot to stop the run. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And another name included in that Anthony Davis trade, Brandon Ingram. Still a lot to like about his game.
Pairs up well with what the Pelicans are trying to do. Perhaps the biggest asset coming over to New Orleans could flourish in this system.
Warriors trail by 7. Pass to Pascal. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Burks' shot is good.
And with that three-pointer, how about ending that 11-0 run by New Orleans?
Here's Hart. Burks covering. Hart kicks to Jackson. A floater. Here's Hayes. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Warriors have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Here's Pascal. It's rebounded by Hayes. New Orleans leading by 8. Hart the pass to Jackson. Dish now to Hayes. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Poole. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And it's the Pelicans' ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. And the foul on Alec Burks. That is his first foul of the game. .05 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Hart. Pass to Hayes. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. Pelicans shooting their third free throw shot of the game. And so he hits the technical free throw. Okafor is checked in for New Orleans. There's 57 seconds left here in the first quarter. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. .51 seconds left to play here in the first. Evans feeling it out a bit. Pascal, the pass to Spellman. Doesn't go that time.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Here's Poole. That one's not going to go. Excellent D there from Okafor. And here's New Orleans now. They're on a 14-5 run. Here's Hart. Burks covering. Now the pass to Okafor. And it's good. 2 points.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment. Goes straight to the rim.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Pelicans lead by 9. 5 from Chase Center. You're watching 2K Sports. One of the most demonstrative players in the game, Draymond Green, speaks about the importance of passion and effort on defense.
That's all defense is. It is effort. It's the effort to want to communicate. It's the effort to take that one extra step to help someone. It's an effort to move up one step to get into the ball as opposed to sitting off the ball.
And he should know, a former defensive player of the year.
You know, he just takes pride in being their anchor defensively. And if he's not seeing that effort, he's going to let you know about it.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. Ejuan Moore is out there with Jackson. Then there's Okafor, and it's Hart in at the 3 spot. J.J. Redick's checked in for the Pelicans. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Warriors may have some injuries that they're going to deal with this season, but they're going to do it in a dynamic new building, Chase Center in San Francisco. The more than $1 billion, that's with a B, dollar arena is hopefully going to generate revenue for the team off the floor and allow them to keep some great players in uniform on the floor. It's going to be state-of-the-art here in Golden State as the team moves from Oakland after spending more than 4 decades playing at Oracle Arena.
DA, as you and I were talking, they hate to leave where they've been so successful in Oakland, but this building is amazing. Thank you. 55th pick back in 2011. By any measure, E'Twaun Moore has exceeded expectations.
Most of that has come, Kevin, because he's become a much more consistent player from the perimeter. Everybody looking for those wing players that could both provide offensive spark and shooting, along with guarding at least one position, if not two. And E'Twaun Moore is a switchable defensive player and has found a home here with the Pelicans. Those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now, here's Ball. T right on him. The dive for the ball, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. Derek Favors checked in for Jahlil Okafor. Warriors trail by 6. Green left side. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter, and the shot goes in. Green's got 8 points.
That's a tough one there from Draymond Green. It's tough as they come.
Knocked loose. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. Lays it in off the breakaway. Now just a 2-point Pelican lead.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Passes it to Favors. New Orleans moving it around, and he banks in the layup. Favors has got his second bucket tonight.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
Coley Stein dishes to Lee. No good on that one.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And Redick kicks to Ingram. Dishes to Favors. Ball with it. Robinson picks him up. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Favors. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 4 assists in the game. Warriors trail by 6.
Interesting to see the Warriors not be prohibitive favorites coming into the season. You still have to give the Warriors a lot of credit for the run they've been on. 5 straight finals, something that we haven't seen since the 1960s with the Boston Celtics.
Now here's Coley Stein. And Coley Stein throws it down.
Coley Stein positioned himself early and then found the reward there as he collected the ball and threw it through.
And for the Warriors, a new opponent in the finals. First time, Brent, they didn't face the Cleveland Cavaliers.
First time no Cleveland, and first time for the Raptors appearing in the finals. And those injuries, Kevin, quite frankly, just too much to overcome. Very unfortunate to not see both teams at full strength at the most important time of the year.
Timeout called the Warriors. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
here. Hayes, he's checked in for Favors. And it's Kenrich Williams in for J.J. Redick. Warriors trail by 6. Omen pass to basket. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. If you were choosing a center for the team that you ran, you've got these options. Joel Embiid, Big Cat, or Jokic in Denver. Who do you go with?
There's so much variety in their games, Kevin. And I appreciate what Jokic does so much for that Denver Nuggets offense, initiating as a center from the top. But I'm going to have to go with Embiid and the way that he can dominate the game. There's still so much potential and growth for what it is that he can do. Down on the block, doing damage, taking away a lot of three-point shots. They're not the disparage that it is that Karl Anthony Towns can do. But his size and dominance, I think there's an intimidation factor that Joel Embiid brings to the game that I would lean on over the other two.
Hart, he's checked in for Ball. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
And last season, the shadow of Anthony Davis's trade request hanging over this Pelicans franchise. A lot to wrestle with.
Yeah, it's an interesting year for the organization with all the news on AD wanting that trade and then nothing happening and then resting him. But I'll tell you what, this wasn't just something where that problem was swept under the rug. The Pelicans decided to just blow that all away. New leadership in the front office, ownership, a revamped roster, the first overall pick in Zion Williamson. The excitement in New Orleans after that trade is on an all-time high.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
I don't think he sees any kind of defense when he's at that range. It doesn't matter who's guarding him.
A minute 20 left in the first half. On the wing, Williams. But Trey gets it to go from beyond the arc. Williams has got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
The 3. Holiday with the defensive effort.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
And not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can also contribute inside. The way he releases his shot makes it very difficult to block.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Holiday, the pass to Hayes. Kicks it to Ingram. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Pascal. Spellman, no good.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Outside Holiday, and there's the defensive 3-second call. New Orleans shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And guys, really no ceiling on Ingram. This is a guy who has the potential to be a truly great player before it's all done.
9 seconds left in the second quarter. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. To Spellman. 1 second left. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, you're leading at the half. What will you continue to emphasize to your team?
Well, I mean, defensively, we still have to be good. We got to rebound the basketball, and then we've got to continue to push the basketball and score offensively.
We'll see if you can keep that going in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
After the first 2 quarters of play, it's New Orleans in control. They lead by 10. Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
The area where they impressed me the most has been on the boards. When the shot's gone up, everybody goes for it. Just a matter of maintaining that energy, playing with that same kind of aggression in the final 2 quarters.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Golden State?
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, Ernie. They're not closing down the lane, and they're not going hard on the perimeter. That will get an L in any game.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
If you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. A fantastic game from Draymond Green in this one.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Warriors trail by 10. Green and Cauley Stein are down low. Then it's Robinson, and it's Bowman in at the point guard. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Connects from three-point range. Lee's got 6.
He's going to punish you, Kevin, if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Now the feed to Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
Yeah, and Ball, a transcendent talent, I think, has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim. The second overall pick back in 2016, Brandon Ingram has shown us flashes. But whether it's defense or offense, still a ways to go.
And great, when you talk about Ingram, where would you look for him to make the next step in his game?
Well, in that one season at Duke, he did shoot over 40% from 3. I think becoming a reliable shooter from out there would be a key building block offensively.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. The defensive rules were different when you played, Brent. For example, the elimination of the hand check.
Hand checking was huge because great defensive guards like a Derek Parker or a Mookie Blaylock could get their forearm on you and basically move you around rather than you trying to get where you want to go. And the other thing, Kevin, that they did was they didn't allow you to have the time in the free throw line. You have a 2.9 before an illegal defense. It used to be a game really of 2 stars on one side of the floor operating, and the rest of the guys sort of shoveled off in the corner on the other side. All those things have changed with the way the league is going.
For the better.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, freedom of movement, fluidity of the athletes. It's definitely a better game in terms of the movement.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell was traded from the Lakers and, in his words, was kicked on the way out. But he's become an all-star in Brooklyn. Russell said, it's a heck of an accomplishment. That respect from your peers, your coaches, other teams, it's a great feeling. Kevin, given how it started for him in L.A., many remain shocked by Russell's rapid ascent.
Coming into his own, you're right, David. Thank you. Warriors trail by 8. Lee outside. Here's Bowman. A three-pointer is right on target. 5 points in the game.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Yeah, that effort just not good enough because even if that defender was a bit taller, the shooter already locked in.
And Derek Favors with the slam.
And Ball, a terrific distributor. He's got great size at that point guard position, which enables him to see over smaller defenders.
High post, Cauley Stein. Here's Lee outside. Pelicans pull it in. Favors has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Timeout called the Warriors.
Happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
And the Warriors making a change here. Hurts is checked in. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for New Orleans. Redick with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. Here's Ball, and that one, good. And now a 12-point Pelican lead.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now, here's Burks. Looking to end the run, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
There's always arguments about how Draymond Green thinks he should get more calls. And maybe he's right, but for a physical guy, he does not spend a lot of time at the free throw line.
And the first one drops. Both good from the line that time.
So much great movement, so much great passing, and so much sacrifice for the Warriors on the offensive end of the floor. Constantly moving bodies and the ball to find the best shot possible for some of the game's greatest shooters.
Now, here's Redick. 5 points in the game. Shot clock at 5. He kicks the ball. Outside Holiday. Takes the 3. They get the rebound. Melly passes to Favors. And at last, they get one to fall. Favors has got 4 points in the quarter. Warriors trail by 12. Brett, the passing by the Warriors. 5 consecutive years leading the league in assists.
Pretty remarkable how much they manufacture points with that pass, and it comes from a lot of ball movement, Kevin, and then familiarity. How much does that get impacted this year with some of the guys not being on the roster and introducing some new players?
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
Here's Hart. Williams looking around. 3-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Cauley Stein has it in the corner. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Now here's Green. He's got 12. Lee outside. Good. And it's Green picking up the assist. Lee's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Warriors. The Pelicans have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Hart. Softly drops in the floor.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Well, injury is such a reoccurring theme for the Pelicans in the past couple seasons. Funny to hear Alvin Gentry even joke about consulting a witch doctor down there in the Bayou. But new athletic trainer coming in, hired away from the Phoenix Suns. They have a tremendous and have had a tremendous reputation, hoping to improve their health of all these young players.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Moore's checked in on the wing. Williams down low. And it's Okafor. That time on the assist from Williams. And it's an 11-point New Orleans lead. The Warriors have gone an even 50% to the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. And the training staff from the Suns had an outstanding track record over the years.
The envy of a lot of teams in the NBA as they were able to extend the careers of players like Steve Nash and Grant Hill, 2 all-time greats. And they set a trend in some of the biometric tracking that they do and looking for early signs of impending problems. All about preventative medicine, Kevin, to have players be at their best.
Moore against Evans. Pass to Okafor. Over in the corner, Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Williams has got 5.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Pelicans leading by 11. Here's Hart. The kick out to Williams. Here's the 3. Drills the three-pointer. 8 points for him.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Here's Evans. Off target. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. New Orleans on top, leading by 14. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. So for New Orleans right now, they've got Ejuan Moore. He's out there with Brandon Ingram. Then it's Williams. And it's Hart in at the 2 spot. And so here is Golden State. New Orleans knocking down that triple moments ago. And there's the pass to Spellman. The numbers in their favor. Pushing it up. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Love whenever Ingram rises for the jam, just flushing it home in the face of the opposition.
Warriors trailed by 19. Outside Robinson.
Hey, yo, right here.
Fires for 3. And the Warriors get it back. Spellman off target at the rim.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
All alone, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And so it's New Orleans with it, following the score by Golden State. Here's Ingram, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
The knowledge that Ingram possesses, well aware that the D is going to hack him in these situations.
And that one falls for Ingram. And the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Derek Favors checked in for Hayes. Redick comes in for Williams. Drew Holiday's checked in for Josh Hart. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Ejuan Moore. Both free throws good for Ingram. Warriors trail by 19. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Robinson finds Green. Count that bucket.
Draymond Green with only one thing on his mind when he gets that close, and that's collecting 2 points.
Here's Holiday. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Pelicans lead by 19.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
From deep, Evans. He can't hit that time. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Knocked away. Stolen by Robinson. And it's the Warriors on the break. And it's Green with the jam.
I think Draymond doing a great job right now of playing intuitively and taking what the defense is giving him.
And so it's New Orleans with it. To the paint. Here's Favors. And Derek Favors with the slam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Deep 2 from Robinson. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Reddick. Favors trying to break free. And there's Reddick. That's good on the assist from Ingram.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
This team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half. Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Reddick finds ball. Up top, Favors, guarded by Green. They get it again. Another shot, and that one's good by Favors.
Timeout.
Favors has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Derek Favors.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
He got an extra boost from the grief these fans were giving him here tonight. They were riding him hard all night, and he ate it up. Some guys just like being the villain, I guess. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Passes it to Cauley Stein. And the rejection by Favors. Holiday up top. Outside Favors. Knocks it loose. Here's Robinson. Banked in off the glass. Robinson's got his first bucket of the night.
And good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Now here is Holiday. He dishes it to ball. Over Green. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Warriors trail by 19. Robinson kicks to Green. The three. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Robinson's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, he doesn't shoot it all that well, but when he does knock it down, it's demoralizing for a defense.
That one drops for him. 15 points for Brandon Ingram.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for New Orleans.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And you know, looking back in all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Derek Favors.
Just a force on the glass, did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. And that one misses. Warriors trail by 17. Lee dishes to Cauley Stein. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Good work there as a coach.
Making contact on the way up. Cauley Stein going through it that time.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Pelicans. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Pass to Hayes. And Hayes throws it down.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
We loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Now here's Green. Green draws the double. On the top of the key, and he comes up with the deuce. 26 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And Robinson comes to help. Pass to Alexander Walker. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. No good on the three. Lee passes to Robinson. Bucket's good.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
So we see the Pelicans taking the W here, and in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Derek. Congrats on the win. I know the season can be a grind, but it looked like you guys were having fun out there.
Oh, it's fun, man. It's always fun to win. I'm just coming out here playing my game. Rebounding, defense, that's my game. And coach trusts me, so I couldn't let him down.
Yes, this is an up-and-coming team, and you guys really showed well tonight. Congrats, Derek. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.